Hi, my name's Amir and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on bold feathered brows. So there's a very big difference between bold Instagram brows and bold feathered brows, which are a lot more natural and softer. So the main objective is to get a full structure to your brow, but you still want to be able to see a bit of skin, because natural brows, you know, you can see a little bit of the skin in between. You want some texture there, you don't just want like a solid block. So definitely follow your own natural shape when doing this technique. I have quite naturally arched brows. If your brows are straighter, stick with that. Don't try and fake an arch. It can look a bit funny, and I don't like that. Stick with your natural shape. So if you want to see how to go from a nude brow to a bold, structured, feathered, yet still natural looking brow, then keep watching. So we're just going to start with the NYX Eyebrow Shaper and brush it through our eyebrows. And then you want a spoolie. And just comb them into place. Now you're going to want some kind of brow pencil or marker or something. My favorite ones are these. We have the Stale Day waterproof brow marker. That one's really good. It's like a little felt tip pen. The Napoleon Purtis Pale Rider pencil. It's really nice because it's got a really fine tip, so you don't have to sharpen it, so you can like mimic every individual hair. The Chi Chi pencil is really good. If you're using this one, you might not need to use the wax that I started with, because it has a very waxy consistency. So that's nice. Since it's a proper pencil, you need to sharpen it though to get precision. And then this one, which I've just started using, which is the Sigma Dressed Up Brow Pencil. This one is like, you can see, it's like the same color as my brows, but I'm blonde, but my hair's up. So like you can see all my roots, so that's why I'm going to use this one today, because I can get away with a slightly darker brow. So what we want to start doing is just drawing in little individual hairs. Do not draw straight lines. You want it to be like little mini, like the length of an eyebrow hair. That's the strokes that we should be making. And I like to start on the outer half of my brow, so I like to start underneath and on top, because if you look at my brows, they're quite sparse up here. So that's where I kind of need to be filling in mostly. And you can see my brows are naturally quite arched, so I'm going to work with the natural shape that they have. All I get with my eyebrows is like tidy them up, so this is pretty much their shape. I like to work on both brows at the same time. And when I get to the top part of the brow, since the hairs naturally kind of grow down, I'm gonna, instead of going like a straight line across, which isn't gonna look natural, which is, you know, what the feathered brow is about, I'm just gonna kind of go with the direction of hair growth. Keep going back in with your spoolie and brush it out. When you get to the fronts of the brows, I just kind of go slightly across and then just start pushing up. As that's so far, you could totally leave it like that or whatever. For me, I want to, you know, show you everything, so I'm going to do the next step, which is taking a brow powder. So it's good to use two different colors. If you've just got one color, it's okay. Just try to do slightly different to the pencil that you use first up. So I just like to use a angled brow brush as well. A nice flat one. See how it's like on the side, it's very thin. Yeah, that's what you want to get the precision, again, to mimic little hairs. So this one, I'm going to be using the lighter color. This is the Sigma Brow Powder in medium. And I'm going to start by just tapping my brush in it just on the very tip. And I'm just going to start by, I'm just going to tap it into place. I'm not going to be like drawing, I'm just going to be tapping. And this is going to mimic little hairs. Since we've already got the brow wax there, just tapping it is it's gonna stick to something. And not filling in the entire brow as well is gonna give that more kind of like piecey feathered brow look. And then when we get to the front, you're gonna kind of change the direction. So my brows are out, then they slightly they go that way, then they go up that way. So I'm just going from out to up. So now that I've gone through my brows once with the powder, I'm just going to comb them again with the spoolie. It's going to soften any edges, and we're going to see if I need to reapply in any other spots. I don't mind my lips, I'm like in the middle of doing another video right now. So next we're going to take the Loreal Brow Plumper. Mine is in the shade Blonde. You can get a dark one and a clear one as well. This is basically kind of like a tint for your eyebrows. So I'm just going to start working it through. I start first in the arch by going sideways to deposit the most colour there, since that's where I need the most colour. And then without re-dipping, just going through, brushing all the hairs down and then brushing them up again. This means every single side of the hair is going to be coated, and again this is another colour, so it's going to give more texture again to the brows. And doing both eyebrows at once is also going to let the product kind of dry a little bit in between coats, like you would mascara, and that kind of, how do I explain it, it's like it'll get you more volume in your brows. I find that product doesn't hold quite as well as I'd like on its own, so I'm also going to take the Australis brow extender, so just any clear brow gel now, or you can go in with a second layer of the brow plumper, but one on its own just isn't enough, and this is what I'm doing at the moment and it works really well. I'm just going to take the clear brow gel all the way through the brows, not too much. If you make a big mistake, you can clean it up with concealer, but I'm not a fan of that look where you go around the whole edge of the brows with concealer. One, for the more natural brow where you can kind of see lots of texture, there's not much point doing that because it's not meant to look perfect. If you make a big boo-boo, obviously clean it up, but I kind of really like just how that is on its own. You can go in with like a highlight up there. I'm going to take the Sigma brow highlighting pencil. I also really like the Anastasia Pro pencil for doing this. Kind of helps disguise if you've got like strays and stuff. I'm going to be using the shimmery end from the Sigma one though, so luckily I don't have too many strays because it's going to draw attention to that. Blend out. So that's the brows done. So that was everything. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my new videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.